And today we've got a very special sneak preview. We're going to be checking out the new Anime Limited film, Blue Giant. So we're very excited. This is actually a special preview screening with some very special features. So I will say, this is my first time here at this cinema. I'm already impressed. They got loads of posters out. They already have one of those big old cinema boards, you know, you always used to have back in the day, with all the films written on it. I don't think I've seen one of them for years. And even on there, what's happening this week, they even got Blue Giant as their feature. Okay, so that's really cool. Wow, they even got one of those old-time photo machines. I'm tempted to go and have a go. It is £7. This old-time machine. And there we go. Okay, those are nice. They're in black and white. It's hard to tell in this light. I just noticed they actually have a special drink for Blue Giant available here now. So you don't have to go to Japan to get your special exclusive anime related drink. And I got myself some popcorn. I think it's been a long time since I've seen popcorn in a bag like this. And it's still warm, even better. And look at this, they actually given out a free poster. That's pretty cool. And here is the second side. So it was time for the screening to begin, but there was a special guest. The film's director, Yuzuru Tachikawa, came all the way from Japan for an introduction and a Q&A afterwards.
If there are some good jazz performances in this movie. Many Japanese people are shy, but I don't think everyone here is that way. There will be footage even after the end credits, so people watch until the end. Thank you.
Blue Giant is the story of jazz mad Dai, who lives in the city of Sendai, but he realises he will have to move if he wants to make his dream come true. At the start of the movie, he moves to Tokyo to find his jazz dream. He ends up moving in with his ex-classmate Shenji, who dreams of a football career himself. One day, Dai visits a jazz club in Tokyo, where he sees a jazz band with a very young piano player, called Yukinori. Dai manages to befriend Yukinori, who has his own opinions on jazz and his own jazz dreams. After some persuasion, Dai manages to persuade Yukinori to join forces with him. After Shenji sees the passion that Dai is putting into his jazz bands and realises that his football club seems to have all the ambition of Tottenham Hotspurs, he decides to change his dream to now becoming a famous jazz drummer and deciding to learn the drums from scratch, just like Dai had done a few years ago with his saxophone. Shenji eventually persuades the other two to let him join the jazz band. The rest of the movie joins the ups and downs of the jazz band as they go from nobodies to rising stars in the Tokyo jazz scene. I feel there are two sides to Blue Giant's animation. The absolutely gorgeous hand-drawn stuff. Most of this 2D animation plays along with the absolutely amazing jazz numbers that was actually specially played by a band especially for this movie. Then there is the 3D CG models stuff that I will admit I probably wasn't the biggest fan of. I do understand, and they did have some good movement in their models, but at the same time I didn't think it blended too well with the movie. And with projects like Trigun Stampede and of course Slam Dunk the First, that was also released by Anime Limited last year, who I felt did this way better, it was unfortunately probably the only downside of this otherwise amazing movie. I found Dai an extremely likeable protagonist and really did enjoy seeing his story. And is very easy to root for as a protagonist. And his friendship with the other two does really come across. And watching their struggles and their successes was a really enjoyable experience, and the time actually did fly by fast. I didn't realise this was a 2-hour movie. I was worried that I'd probably be a bit bored in this movie because I will admit I really do not know a lot about jazz. But I do feel the director of the movie, Yuzuru Tachikawa, put it best in the Q&A that came after the preview screening.
When I first read the manga that this film is based on, I thought that it's not just about jazz, it could be about anything that people really want to do and that they love, and that I thought it could be a really encouraging film for people like that.
I feel like Blue Giant is definitely a hidden gem. with some absolutely amazing characters, some absolutely mostly amazing animation, and you definitely do need to check it out in cinemas here in the UK January 31st and February 1st. Blue Giant receives a 9 out of 10 with me. Only losing mark was some of that unfortunately not so great CGI. Also, I really do want to thank Anime Limited for putting this movie out, and please do check them out at AudiAnime on Twitter. Of course, that's where any future Blu-ray release will probably be. I really hope this is going to be the future format for their preview events, because I really did enjoy it. And also I'd like to thank Michael from Ghibli Go Tech for being an absolutely amazing host. This guy writes books and has a really amazing podcast. And I've noticed that he's also been doing lots of film screenings. I hope I will get the chance to come to more of these screenings and keep up the good work.